You're going to do 20 million this year. I think it's actually more important when you have a business partner than your wife.
Whole thinking has to change. It has to elevate who you hang around with, who you interact with, who are you ending your day with.
The biggest decision you'll ever make in your life if you want to be a successful entrepreneur is... Welcome back to the Exit Rich podcast. I am with Patrick Summers, General Air Conditioning. Call the General, baby. I like that slogan. Call the General. Right. You're going to do 20 million this year. How long have you been in business?
Well, the company's been in business 40 years. I've started there as a technician in 2010. Bought the company with my business partner, who was a sales manager in 2018. And so...
Oh, we got a story here. Okay, so the company's been around for a lot of years.
Yeah.
In 2010, when you bought it, how much was it doing?
2018.
2018.
I started as a technician.
So you were up to
$6 million.
$6 million.
And then I quickly moved up to service manager, ops manager, and general manager. And then 2018.
You bought it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm assuming you had a good relationship with the owner?
Yeah. He was like a second father to me and my business partner. He was Frank Harrison. He came to us and he wanted to retire when he was...
Wait a second. This is my son. Let me give you everybody's the dope. Yo, buddy, I'm actually doing a podcast right now. We're called the General. Is everything all right? Can I call you? It's out of real fast. Stay out of my friend here. It's my son, LJ.
Hey, how you doing? All right.
I don't want to be rude to him. I want to give him all of his time. All right. Can I call you back? Let's go, baby. I'll call you back. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's...
Right. So
I do the same.
So you and your partner, you bought a company. Does he hold the note for you? You take SBA loan?
Yeah, he holds the note.
He held the note for you. I go, right. That's what I talked about. Were you at my meeting?
Yeah, I was.
And that's how the majority of companies are sold. You hold the note, but you're delivering on your promise.
Yeah, and well, our last payment will be April of 2026.
My man. It's a good feeling,
Yeah. Very good feeling.
It's a good feeling. And then you guys own it. I mean, but that's how most companies are bought. Most people don't realize that. The operator realizes there's not many places and options to sell his company because it doesn't have that enterprise value to a private equity firm. And a technician like you that's passionate, loves what they do, sales guy, you guys team, I guess he's your best friend at this point, right?
Yeah. We pretty much have to be, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like marriage.
I think it's actually more important than a marriage because, and I love my wife, but my wife gave me my children. There's really no business tied to my wife. Like my wife, I want to take care of whether she cheats on me, leaves me. She's the mother of my children. So she gets the pass for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
She's taken care of. A business partner, you're not going to. Right. A business partner better dot every I, cross all of his T's, bring value every day, or you're going to say, I'm out of here.
Yeah, correct. Yes, 100%.
So I think it's actually more important when you have a business partner than your wife.
And there's a lot, like I've got 4 kids. So obviously, strong marriage and the kids is important, but when you look at a business partner and you look at the number of people we employ, we have a responsibility to those people.
Absolutely.
And if we get tangled up in our relationship, or one of us isn't delivering on our commitment to each other and the team, then it's really the team that ends up suffering, and that's a big burden to carry.
Yeah, I don't think people understand the weight of what the owner operator has on their shoulder of delivering a 5-star work environment, a 5-star meeting payroll every single time, 5-star insurance. Like, it's it is stressful, man. It is stressful. It is, and you'll have sleepless nights and you're making a payment on the business. So you don't even own the business per se yet. You own it, but it's not paid off yet.
All right.
I mean, so you talk about that stress and that anxiety because you had to have it because I had it.
Very much so. So when I was a general manager, I could walk away anytime. I could just say, this isn't for me. I want to go find myself. I could walk away anytime. I could relocate. And literally, with the signing of a pen and the transaction to complete the sale, I woke up the next day, I'm like, wow, I can't just walk away.
No.
And I have payroll to make. And at the same time, when things seem like they're coming down around you, you have to make sure you don't transfer that to the team.
You got to stand the tallest when things get tough.
Yes.
Yeah, stand the tallest when things... I got paid one of the ultimate compliments by one of my leadership members. They said, Lance, the harder it gets, the better you lead. I was like, wow.
Wow, that's powerful.
It was. I was like, wow, that's like that. Because I'm not always, like, I lead, but I'm not always in the forefront of my companies. I think you tell when we talked, you were at the meeting greets this
Yeah,
morning,
it
right?
was. Correct.
What'd you think of that?
It was good. It was good. I liked how it was just open and candid and asked questions and the way you come across just transparent and yeah, it was powerful.
Yeah, I mean, they asked me to do the meet and greet, and like, I really, 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 I said to my team, like, when you build a brand the right way, and you're doing everything the right way. I mean, there was over 150 people there. They were standing remote.
Remotely.
Yeah, standing remote, right? Like, and I was like, wow, when you're doing the right things, people want to know. That's what I told you about you when you say you have the way of the world. And we can talk about this, right? You had to change your circle, right? And I appreciate the compliment on the meet and greet, by the way.
Yeah.
It's you had to change your circle, right? Like, I'm assuming when you were younger, you were drinking, partying, having a good time. Can you talk about how you got to change your circle when you become if you want to be a real business owner?
Yeah, your whole thinking has to change. It has to elevate and one of the ways to do that is who you hang around with, who you interact with, who are you ending your day with, or when things are stressful, who's speaking into your ear? Is it the guy that life sucks and this, that, the other thing, or is it the one that's gonna like really uplift you? And I'll tell you, shortly after buying the business, I sat down with Leland Smith for about 3 hours.
Oh, he's a bright guy.
He sat down. He said, "Patrick, I've been there. Do this, this, and those are the people you need to surround yourself with." Now, obviously, I can't sit down with him every day,
No,
but you can't sit down with people that are trash talk. And so for me, what stepping into the role I stepped into has elevated my marriage because my wife, we have two businesses together outside of that, two healthcare businesses. And I came home one day and I told her, I said, listen, I just got to tell you something. The house is on the line. She said, what does that mean? I said, it means if I fail, we lose the house. And I'll probably get emotional here. And she said, do we lose the kids? I said, no. She said, do we lose each other? I said, no. She says, well, get your head out of your ass and just go out there and do what you know how to do because you're not going to fail. But to be able to come home when you're beat and that's the way of the world and powerful, that is the person that you get to talk to that can lift you up. And she put it in perspective. I'm like, you know what? I can lose everything, but I don't lose my wife and I don't lose my kids. I haven't lost a damn thing. I can go out and start over tomorrow. And
this is all rented. The watches, I tell people, the house I live in was built in like 1740, the original part, or 1760. We're trying to figure out the exact year. I said to my wife, that's probably 30 generations or 20 generations of people that rented this. They all thought they owned it. But until you go meet your maker, everything's at rented. And I'm not going to push faith on people, but I know until I go meet God, I'm renting here.
well said.
And all my belongings go into a trash bag, except for the few things my children take. And that's the truth. They all go, I call it the trash bag day. When I die, it's the trash bag day. It is, because all my shit's going to go in the trash bag.
Yeah.
And when you have that mindset, you can't lose nothing.
No.
I mean, and that's powerful. Your wife, and I think really what you said you have children. The biggest decision you'll ever make in your life, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, is the man that you marry or the woman you married. They will make or break you.
Yes.
Like, your wife seems like she inspires you.
Very much so. I mean, she has kept me going through some of the darkest days, some of the scariest days for me. And you need that. You need that. And you need friends like that.
Hey everyone, thank you for joining us today. I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Service Titan and Rilla, our technology of choice to helping us scale and grow our business and making sure all of our viewers have the technology to scale their business so when they want to sell it, they're able to.
So
Are you hanging out with your old friends from 20 years ago?
No.
No, I mean, cut that bug. And that was a straight up no. Why not though? Because do you think you could be where you're at if you were still hanging out with them?
Um, Possibly. I mean, not all of them. We went different paths. You know, we
But you say possibly sounds like a polite way of saying probably hell no.
yeah, I would agree with that. Because you have all things have an ending.
Everything has, and people take it personal. They take it personal that you want more.
And it's kind of like a steak has to shed its skin, right? To get a new skin. If you wanna get to that next place, you have to have those necessary endings that have to take place.
Absolutely. So like, yeah, I mean, everything comes with expiration date. People take it personal. I do believe people want you to be successful, just not more successful than them.
I think that's well said.
I mean, I think it's a sad state of affairs. I don't have a jealous bone in my body. You heard what I said in front of everyone. The reason why people don't post to social media is because they worry about a comment or two and they stop posting. I'll tell you about something that happened like 2, 3 weeks ago. A clown from my neighborhood that I grew up with, who was one of my best friends. For whatever reason, I don't hang out with him anymore. Nothing, not on him, it was on me. I just wanted to change my life. Nothing wrong with what he was doing with his life, but I did. He took it personal. Him and his wife are always commenting negative stuff on my social media piece. They take something out of context of my social media post does. They send it to like the Eagles. They put a slam piece out on me. It doesn't make my day or any like I'm laughing. But for once I decide to elevate my life, it almost like smothers him with hatred, right? And I see it from like, and I don't care. But like, just think about that. Like, this is someone that was one of your best friends. I never slept with their wife, never hit his kid, nothing like that, right? And he has that type of hatred just because I want to elevate my life. Can you talk about that? Have you seen some of that stuff in your circle?
Yeah, yeah. There was an analogy given once in a class I took, and the instructor had somebody stand on a chair. And he said to them, now, two people on either side. He said, grab their hands, now pull them up to where you're at. And obviously couldn't do it. But he said to the two people, pull him down, pull him right off the chair. And he said, when you leave here, right, you're going to go out there and you're in a cell. And if you're successful, people are going to try and pull you down.
Absolutely.
And you can't pull people up. They can only pull themselves off. And so, yeah, I've had through the years people like, hey, how come you're not hanging out? Where are you at? What's going on? And fortunately for me, there hasn't been a whole lot of hate. We just kind of go our separate ways. But the interesting thing you say about that, I'm reading this book right now called Inner Excellence. And the author's great grandfather was a samurai when they ended the samurai tradition. And he had no other identity, no other purpose. And he became an alcoholic because his identity as a samurai was gone, right? And so the whole premise of this book is self-centeredness is our big issue. And that's what you're saying is like people like you're not worried about that because hey, like, and so many people don't post, don't build their brand, don't do those things because they're so self-centered that they're afraid what people are going to say. They don't want to be trash talked.
The ultimate freedom is this. When you don't care what people say, that piece came out and my wife's like, you're not even upset. I'm like, why do I give a shit if people think you should wear an Eagles shirt to work or your branded shirt? I believe you wear a branded shirt. I believe you wear a branded, your company shirt. You're wearing a general shirt right now. Where are you from again?
Well, I'm from Philadelphia, but
There you go.
I'm right now Palm Springs.
So why are you not wearing a Dodgers shirt right now? Why?
This is my life. This is business, and this is what I
Okay.
represent, and I'm always marketing.
I know, but like it's hard for people to comprehend that when they want to hate. Makes sense when they take something out of context. You take anything out of context, and when you have a following, and you obviously follow me on social media, right?
Yeah.
You see mine keeps growing, the presence keeps growing, you're doing the right things. People take shots at you. You want to see the circus, listen to the comment section. And that's why people stop posting. I post more.
Yeah.
I post more.
Well, and the funny thing is, what those people don't realize is that's driving your algorithm.
Yeah, it is. It's driving my algorithm. It's building my brand. No one wants to do business with me doesn't give a shit if I care about any sports team. They want to know whether they're going to have a meaningful outcome when they transact and sell their company, and are they going to become a multimillionaire?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And the guy that does care about the sports team over a meaningful transaction probably isn't going to be my business partner.
No.
Tell me what you do for marketing. Let's get into that real fast.
All right. So marketing, we do a little bit of everything. Where we are, we're in the Coachella Valley. It's like an island, right? And it's a desert. We got about 300,000 people there, and then October to April goes to over 1 million. Midwest and Canadians come in, and our demographic is a lot of them like to watch the local news, and so we advertise around the local news on TV.
Okay, I like that.
And we do we do some radio.
Go.
We do direct mail. Very
You haven't mentioned online yet.
Well, I'm getting there. I'm doing the traditional stuff. Okay. We do very targeted direct mail using a company that helps us with that.
Who's that?
Stochastic.
I was okay. Yeah, that was good.
Really well for us.
Yeah, he's a one man band, small guy. I mean, yeah. Let me see. Oh, there's your podcast, the Traders Entrepreneur Show. Oh, I love that, man. You guys on it? You're on it, man. I gotta get on this show. You gotta let me on your show, man.
I'd love to have you on the show.
Here. Hey, get me on the show. Yeah, why not? Oh, you're built for this. No wonder you're so comfortable. He got his arm out, hang out. Oh, this guy gave us the old 1-2.
Hey man, that's brand new. I'm only 33 episodes. It took me 20 episodes to figure out what the hell I was doing.
I still don't know what I'm doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. I just talk shit, man.
The magic is in the editor, is what I say.
I just talk. I like to have heartfelt conversations. What's on my mind, I'll ask the questions. I want to help contractors grow their businesses. And I think by having contractors on that are actually doing it, I own companies myself. I transacted 6 times now. I mean, I just want to help contractors. Like my mission, like I said to you, is I'm going to make hundreds and hundreds of people multimillionaires. I meant that when I said that.
Yeah.
And that's meaningful.
Very meaningful. And that's kind of, I started out wanting to give back and bring awareness to the trades. My son, I sent all my kids to college prep, Catholic school. Like, hey, they're going to go to college. One became an esthetician, and my son said, Dad, I'm not going to college. I'm going to come work for you. And he's working for me. Couldn't be prouder. And I said, you know what? There's such an opportunity for people to enter the trades. Oh my God, I want to promote the trades. Well, it's kind of evolved into really helping technicians level up, helping that individual that's in a truck and wants to own their business. I tell everybody at our company, like, if you want to start your own business, come tell me. I will help you so you don't go out and work for wages, because you think what you're seeing you can duplicate. It's hard, and you can't if you don't know something.
It's hard.
Back to the marketing. Like I'm like, guys, you know these calls just don't come in, right? We have to pay for these calls to come in, and you go start your own business, calls aren't going to come in unless you spend money, and you're going to have to spend
significant money.
Yeah. So we do social media. We do, obviously SEO. We do the YouTube channel, a lot of stuff there, brand authority stuff, Facebook ads, LSA. Wow. I stopped doing the pay-per-click.
Offensive.
I was spending tons of money.
Was it probably $200 a click in your area?
300? Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotten expensive. Listen, Google's starting to put themselves out of the price range of the ad. And listen, their stock's doing well, but it comes to, and their whole thing, it comes to a certain point where it's only going to be the private equity firms on their platform. And then the private equity firms are going to own them because they're going to start dictating it when they're going to lose all their SMBs. 5 years ago, it used to be 80% of Google's money came from SMBs. I don't know if that's the case anymore.
I wouldn't think so. I'd be surprised. The other thing we're doing is we're really working to optimize behind the scenes, the general, to be searchable, discoverable by AI.
Like that.
Yeah. So really working aggressively on that. That's a pretty. I mean, that's going to be the new search. That's going to be.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to change the game.
ChatGPT is going to be the new search for everybody. I use it 90% of the time.
Yeah. Well, and what's going to happen is you're gonna have ChatGPT talking to your AI, booking a call in the background, right? Figuring everything out, and boom, next thing you know, a call is going to call, and your AI has done all of that. So, but what are you doing to make sure AI finds you and not the other competitor, right? So that's a whole. That's all. I look at marketing like this. I always say people come into the office, and everybody that markets has the best thing out there. Nobody is better than them, and it's a black hole. And your traditional marketers, when digital came out, they all decided to get into it. Well, if I always look at it, if marketing's a universe, digital's a black hole into a whole nother universe.
Yes, it is.
And just because you know this doesn't mean you know that.
Without a doubt. Now, last question for you. What's step one from going from 10 to 20 million? Because that's you're trying to grow your business. Well, give me the 3 top things you focus on every month to keep your business going.
Uh, the people,
People, I like that.
the process,
Process.
got to have the right process, and along with the process, systems process, and I would say the marketing. The marketing. I got to get the calls in. The calls got to come in. The right marketing.
The right market, I did the biggest thing is increasing your close rate. You got to increase your close rate in your average ticket. Listen, I appreciate you being here, brother. If people want to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you? And I love this podcast. We're going to promote your podcast. I have the abundance mindsets. Go listen to the Trade Entrepreneur Show. Tradepreneur Show. How do people get a hold of you if they want to get a hold?
They can email
Email.
Patrick at callthegeneral.com or Patrick at thetradepreneurshow.com. Or they can call me 760-250-2420. I give my cell phone out to anybody.
I love it. Let's definitely go, buddy. Let's get a picture.